Okay, so welcome everyone. And today we're looking back on this year. It's December before we start next year. We're going to release, remove, clear the slate so that when we step into next year, we're stepping in with a little bit more clarity, a little bit less baggage, a little, less tethers holding us back to the past so we can leap forward into the year as we wish. So I am going to go through all of the months of this year, and whatever comes up, comes up. And yeah, let's see how this clearing goes, but it is going to be quite a thorough clearing. If you have journals, grab them or have something to write with, because something might come up in the meditation that you weren't aware of before, or they want you to be aware of. And I'm also going to ask if the records can give us guidance into what is to come next year, or what, any suggestions of how we can step into the highest expression of who we are next year as well. So it's always good to jot down these messages. Okay, so let's make ourselves comfortable and close our eyes. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose, filling our lungs completely, and exhaling completely. Now let's imagine that we're breathing in light. Breathing light into our bones, into our joints. And exhaling all that no longer serves. As we exhale, we feel more and more relaxed. And breathing in light into our organs. Your attention might be drawn to one specific one. Just focus more on breathing in light, more into that organ. Feel the light clearing that organ as you exhale. And breathing in light into our nervous system. Calming the nervous system. And breathing light into our reproductive. Breathing in light into our lymphatic system. Lymphatics help us to drain, release, remove any toxins or anything else we're holding on to. Breathing light into our endocrine system. And clearing our adrenals, because sometimes when we go through a spiritual awakening, we sometimes have adrenal fatigue. Breathing in light into our digestive system. Emotionally, the digestive system allows us to release, remove any waste or what is not needed. Breathe in light into our cardiac and our respiratory systems. And breathing in light into every single cell within our body. Let's amplify this light, allowing the light to move into our skin. Amplifying it further. Allowing it to move beyond the skin. And clearing our etheric, our mental, emotional bodies as well. Aligning all of these bodies with our higher self and our I am presence. And let's call in the angels. From the east, we connect with Archangel Raphael. He's the healer. And as he approaches, he offers you a green flame. This flame will help us throughout this meditation to heal any aspect of us, physical, etheric, mental, and emotional, that needs to be healed. We accept his flame. We bow with thanks and bring it into your bodies, allowing this flame to move with ease and with grace, healing all aspects of you. From the south, we start to feel the presence of Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the protector. Archangel Michael also helps to enforce our will. He offers you a blue flame. This gift of this flame will help us to release, remove, transmute anything that surfaces for us during this transmission. Accept this flame with gratitude, and we nod to say thank you. And as we place this flame into our bodies, we allow it to do the work as it is needed. We give permission to support us during this meditation. From the west, we connect to Archangel Gabriel. And he presents us with a diamond white flame. This flame opens us up for opportunities. Allow this flame to move into your body, and we give thanks and gratitude, allowing it to move into your body, your bodies, removing all limitations, allowing for opportunities, clearing our vision so that we may see these opportunities. And from the north, we connect to Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel presents us with a ruby red flame. We bow as we accept this flame with gratitude and place it into our body. This flame will help us to shift anything we need to shift within our blood, within our DNA. And it will also help us to shift any frequencies that we release and remove to clear this throughout our bloodlines. Those that have been, those that are here, and those that are yet to come. These angels will support us throughout the transmission. 4 angels, 4 flames, 4 directions. And before we connect to the records, let's connect to the grids. Connecting to the crystalline grid at the center of the earth. We call forward this energy, allowing it to move through the layers of the earth, connecting to the soles of our feet, opening up these chakras, allowing the exchange of energy between us and Mother Earth. And as this grid moves up through our body, the exchange of energy between us and Mother Earth completely grounds us, connects us to this planet, connects us to all living things. We are one, we are connected. And as the crystalline grid continues to move up our legs, connecting and anchoring into the root chakra, it grounds us and anchors us a little bit further, feeling solid, feeling grounded, feeling secure, feeling our place on this planet, knowing that we belong here. Allow this grid to continue to move up through the layers, connecting with the sacral, releasing, removing, dissolving all blocks on all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. Allowing the grid to continue to move up, connecting to the solar plexus, clearing this chakra on all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. And anchoring itself into the heart, clearing all the chakras below it on all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. Opening up this heart space to allow for expansion. And from the central sun, we connect to the grid of Christ consciousness, the grid of love and compassion, the grid of ascension. And we start bringing this grid down through the layers, allowing it to connect to our crown, clearing our connection to our higher selves, our I am presence, to our guides, to the akashic records, to all realms and all realities. Opening up the channel of communication. Bringing this grid down into the center of our minds, clearing the seat of intuition on all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. Allowing it to continue to move down, clearing the avenues of self-expression on all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. As it then anchors itself into the heart space. And as both grids interlock and interchange, our systems update, our systems release, our systems are nurtured. We are completely grounded, centered, clear, and connected to all things. We are connected to the matrix, the akashic records, the fabric of all that is, all that was, and all that will be. But let's connect through the heart space, connecting inwards into the heart space, into the portal, where both grids meet. We enter into the secret chamber of the heart. And we connect to the akashic records. Keepers of the akashic records, please open and allow us access into our records. My name is, state your name, and create a safe and sacred space for our highest good and healing. The records are now open, the records are now open, the records are now open. And we step over the threshold. We make the request that we walk into the records, the room, the hallway, the space, whatever it is for you. We are entering the records for this year. And as we enter into the space, we step inside this chamber, whatever it may be for you. In this chamber, it holds all that we have learned, all the circumstances, all the limitations, all the opportunities of this year. Look around. If your chamber is recorded, you will see the months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of this year. And as we stand in this chamber, we call forward all the vibrational frequencies of any traumas, any disappointments, any situations, any imprints, any limitations, all the fear, the anger, the disappointment. We bring forward those vibrational frequencies And we ask that the violet flame of Saint Germain move through the records, clearing, cleansing, releasing, dissolving, transmuting all the cords, tethers, attachments, links, ties, to all that has been identified. All limitations, all blocks, all circumstances, all the people that we have connected with that are no longer part of our journey. I release, remove, dissolve, transmute all connection to all that has been identified. And I ask that the Lord of the Akashic Records and the violet flame of Saint Germain dissolve all frequencies that have been highlighted. I ask that with that, all the templates and all the imprints that no longer serve us, imprints that keep us small, imprints that are not ours, all templates, all imprints, all parasites, that these are dissolved and transmuted in all timelines, dimensions, realms, and realities. I ask that all contracts, all deals, all agreements, all promises, all oaths, all pledges, all vows connected to any of these frequencies, that these are marked null, void, or marked complete, closed, sealed, and archived. I ask that any limiting patterns, I ask that they are identified so that we become conscious of what we've released and what behaviors we need to change going into 2022, going into next year. And I ask that these frequencies are dissolved and transmuted, all patterns, all habits, all addictions that are no longer serving us, that stop us from stepping into our highest potential. I ask that these are removed, dissolved, transmuted, recycled, shifted into frequencies that are of our highest potential. Releasing all from this past year that is holding us back, that is weighing us down, that is limiting us from stepping into the expansive version, the powerful version, the creative version of who we are. Release, remove, transmute, dissolve, recycle. And I bring in these frequencies of all that we have released. And we ask for these to be released, removed, and transmuted from our physical bodies, releasing any frequencies of all that we have identified from this year as no longer serving, to clear, dissolve, transmute, release from our physical form. Breathe in deep into your body and release or assist the release with your out breath. Let's remove any of the frequencies of all that we have released from our etheric bodies. Clearing, cleansing, releasing, dissolving, transmuting. Releasing all cords, all tethers, all attachments within this body. Sealing any rips, any tears, any openings. Dissolving any lower frequency energies. Amplifying the energy of this energetic body. And let's clear the mental and emotional bodies of all frequencies of what we've just removed within the records. Clearing, cleansing, releasing, transmuting, dissolving, recycling. Aligning all of our bodies with our higher self and our I am presence. We now focus on releasing any of the frequencies of all that we have released for this year from all of our chakras. The major chakras and the minor chakras, releasing, removing, transmuting, dissolving, recycling. Clearing our meridians. Clearing anything that does not serve us that we carry from the last 12 months. And as this continues, we focus back into our chamber for this year. And we look at all the blessings that we have received and all the opportunities. We look at the expansion. We look at the growth. That all those things that we release that no longer serves us has helped us with. And now we ask within this chamber, what do we need to know moving on to next year? Each point in time takes us to another. So what has this year prepared us for? I release, remove, transmute all the timelines, the realities that aren't in alignment with what our soul needs as we step into our highest expression. And we do not need to wait till next year. We can do it every moment, every day, every hour, every minute. But I release, remove, and transmute all the timelines and the realities moving forward that are not in our highest expression. And I activate the timelines and the realities that are by calling in the people, the places, and the opportunities available to us. The people, the places, and the opportunities that will help us with our expansion, our ascension, with our purpose. And we step out of this chamber, giving thanks and gratitude to all those that helped us throughout this year, throughout this meditation. And we step into the chamber of next year. The chamber, the timeline, the reality of our highest expression. And we sit in that chamber and we allow the coding of our future self, our future successful self, we allow the vibrational frequencies of this version, the version of our highest expression, to activate within our cells, within our DNA, within our nervous system, within our chakra systems, within our energy fields. Downloading the latest light codes that will shift, activate our DNA, so that we can step into our highest expression of who we are without fear, without excuses, without judgment. Only love and compassion and expansion. And we take note of how it feels to be free, to not be anchored to the past, to not be anchored to any limitations. We feel this expansion because this is who we are. Allow the download of these codes. And we ask that the integration is done with ease. And as we step out of the records, knowing that an aspect of ourselves will remain behind, to finish the download. We give thanks and gratitude to the records, to the record keepers, to our guides, and to all that helped us with this transmission today. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. Take a deep breath and exhale. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes.